All right, happy Tuesday, everyone. Let's get straight into it. We'll start off with gold. Yeah, we are still bullish on the. There we go. Can you see the mic? No, perfect. We are still bullish on the higher time frame, but we're obviously bearish on the lower. Technically speaking, we're now bullish. Yeah, we're bullish on the two. We're bearish on the 2 hourly. Sorry. Bearish on the 2 hourly. Sorry. And this is our model that we are keeping an eye out for at the moment. Boom. Got our tap 1, got our tap 2, like that. We've pretty much swept all this imbalance in here. Now we'll see if we have any opportunities for price to pull back and grab some extreme liquidity or extreme supply. I'd be confident that there would be something. To be completely honest, there's nothing at the moment. There has to be something on the... Yeah, there you go. This is our extreme liquidity, which if price comes all the way up to here, then it's probably going to create a tap 3 and most likely be a model 1 if it was to come up to here. Like, I just don't see it coming up all the way in here and not deviating and like doing that. I feel like if it was to come up all the way in here, it would just deviate this tap here and just keep going up to make that third tap of a model 1 and then break structure back down. So that's what I sort of envisage here, but yeah, you just got to be patient and play the confirmations, not your guessing. But yeah, that is it for gold at the moment. Just be patient and see what happens. Do we have anything in here? Let's have a look. Yeah, there was supply here, but this has all been mitigated, so nothing really. Just some liquidity here, which may have been taken. We're about to find out. Yeah, so realistically, price can technically just sweep this and come back down, but we will see. Silver. We've come out quite heavily here. I'd assume we're now bearish on the hourly. Was there valid structure there which got broken? Not quite. Yeah, no, not really at all. So we're still pretty bullish across the board, and then obviously we are we have left demand in here. So we will see what happens here. Awesome, our alerts are set. Perfect. Perfect. Oil. I was gonna say some crazy shit that I probably should not. You know what? This is looking okay, but is it aligning with our context? No. We're bullish across the board here on oil. And also, to be fair, we need to see if we come back in. If we don't come back in, then this is not of a plus. Heavy demand here. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's the best. It's not really the best model. You're going to need a plus return to zone if you were to ever take this. Like, you'll need price to come back in here, heavily mitigate this demand to show that it's breaking through and show its weakness, and then you're going to want it to really slowly come up, leave all this ridiculous sell side liquidity, and then deep structure break. You can enter on a pullback, bang. But I highly doubt that that's going to happen. But yeah, that is oil for the time being. And also there was the play here which we're completely breaking through, so keep that in mind. Right, supply here, perfect. We'll see how we react from this supply. But yeah, for now we're still very much bullish, so just be patient and see what happens. Alright, there wasn't much to look out for yesterday, if you remember. We kind of had a local model here which pretty much completed itself. We do have this naked low below, so keep an eye for that. Context was bearish, but I feel like it might be changing. If we break structure here, then it will no longer be bearish. And at least on the 4 hour, it will be bullish. But yeah, we'll give this some time to develop. And then we'll have this market structure high here on the 4 hour. So yeah, we'll see what price does. All right, GBP AUD. Bearish across the board here, and we are slowly moving down to make the first potential deviation of this higher time frame accumulation. So yeah, we will see what happens here. Same thing, nothing really to draw, and I'm not going to force anything. Just let the chart do its thing. GBP JPY. Some crazy price movements here. These can all go. Yeah, these can all go. And then we'll see how we react from this supply. Sweet. A few things happening here, and we have actually swept. If you remember when I was talking about this, the rainbow lows, if you will, we have Asia lows, London lows, New York lows, all one after the other, and lo and behold, we've taken New York and London, which were very close to each other, just in this 1 week. 30-minute wick. We took it out on 15. We took it out on man. So it's taken price from this London low. It's taken price 3 days, 16 hours to get to this point. And for it to get back to the London low where it started, all it took, this is insane. All it took was a 2-minute candle. That is remarkable. That's wild. That is wild. Well, yeah, this was the market structure high. So we're still slowly making our way up here. Okay, these can go. This Asia can go as well. But yeah, given we've just had this crazy week, I will let price gather a little bit more data before I do anything. USD JPY, same thing sort of. Mitigated supply. Still bearish though on the hourly and 4 hourly until we break this. Until we break this high. Yeah, oh no, we didn't even break. Oh, yeah, we did. We broke it on the 45 minutes. We're bullish on the 45 minute, but anything above that, we're still bearish for the time being. And yeah, this was our daily break of structure in here. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how we pull back and where to. Can definitely use this as a range for the time being. Alright, AUD USD, if it loads. Right, this is kind of invalid now. All this pre-planning. Sweet. Nothing really attracting me from an AUD. Maybe something like this. I'll allow this. Just got to be mindful if we have some form of supply in here. So yeah, we do have to watch out for this, but it is fairly high up into our range. So even if we get like some sort of, you know, local, even if you get some sort of local move in here, deviates it, come back, mitigate, break structure. Let's say we take that break. Like even so, you enter here, you stops here. You can confidently de-risk here for like a close to a 3 RR, which is not bad. So yeah, that is something to keep in mind. May as well stretch this. Awesome. It is a little bit laggy today, which I can't fathom to think why. It's normally been pretty smooth. But yeah, you never know. So yeah, that is AUD USD pre-planning. No need to overdo it. We've mitigated supply in here ever so slightly. Little local model as well. Yeah, very, very local model. All right, let's move on to Euro USD. Price is ranging in here. Just gonna give it a bit more time. And then we do have supply here, which I'm confident that it has been mitigated on a higher time frame, on a lower time frame, sorry. Just the way it's shaped up. Oh, actually, I stand corrected. That's fine, we can use this. Neat supply, to be honest. That's fine, that's it for Euro USD. And GBP USD is absolutely ripping here. Yeah, this model, I am no longer interested in any of this. It's pretty ugly. Very, very ugly price action here. Bullish. Are we still bullish on the 4 hour? I think we are. Like we broke structure here, so we're bullish as of now. You know what, if it's easy for you guys, I'll start from here. So we're trending down. Trending down. Structure's broken. Higher low for a higher high. And now we kind of just haven't made a higher. This is not a new high, so we're still in between this swing high and this swing low. So we're kind of just ranging here in between. So just rangy price action. The second we break above this line there, that's a new high. Or vice versa. If we break above this low, then we're now in a downtrend officially. But for now, this is just rangy price action really. And I'm not gonna try and force anything here. Just see where price wants to go. We've got alerts at demand. Put an alert here. Okay, yeah, and this was liquidity as a matter of fact. that a little bit easier to distinguish. So yeah, context is still a high time frame distribution. Okay, GBP NZD. We are definitely no longer bullish on the hourly, that's for sure. Yep. Pretty bearish across the board here. Sweet, we'll see what happens here. We've got a low set of demand. Patience. This accumulation model completed itself, obviously. I might use this as a range. That's definitely going to have to get taken at some point. Alerts have been set. Once again, we don't want to overcomplicate things. Going on too low time frame, keep it as is. We're probably now still bullish on the hourly. We're still pretty bullish across the board here. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah. We're pretty bullish, so I'll expect at least a deviation from now. But we will see what happens. At least to to come into demand here, which price is more than allowed to do so. Like so. One day soon. One day soon. Okay, USD CAD. We're approaching our first deviation here. We're still bearish on the 4 hourly. Downtrend, downtrend, downtrend. Yeah, we're still bearish on the 4 hourly. Depends if we. This could be a really nice POI for a continuation of the bearish 4 hourly downtrend, but our structure is broken. But we are bullish on the daily still. We are bullish on the daily still. So it will be interesting to see what happens here. Alerts are set. Euro NZD. We do have demand below. Like this is a range, but we'll see how it develops. Same thing, you don't want to go into too much like dissection of these ranges, just let it play out. And then once we start seeing some price action form, that's when we can go in a little bit deeper. I'm curious to see if we're still bearish on the daily. I feel like structure would have been broken by now, eh? No. Let me... Are we not bullish on the daily? I feel like I've looked at this so many times now. Alright, we're trending down. We're in a downtrend. Yeah, some internal structure there, that's fine. Still downtrending. Still downtrending. We're now bullish. Yeah. We're bullish on the daily. Yeah, this is bullish daily market structure, guys. Well, given I made a mistake here, then we should double check across the board. We're in a downtrend here. That's still downtrending, technically speaking. We are in a bullish uptrend on the 4 hour. Oh, we're bullish on the 4 hour, which is still valid. And then on the 1 hour, we were bullish on the 1 hour. Have we broken any 1 hour market structure to the downside? Bam. Bam. Structure is broken there to bearish, but now we have broken back up to bullish. So yeah, so far we're still bullish on this pair. That's fine. And then weekly. Yep. Bullish on the weekly. Awesome. So yeah, this distribution might not favor us entirely. If anything, this becomes a range. That is the wrong. If anything, this becomes a range and we get something like this form. You know what I mean? So could look out for both. But nevertheless, alerts are set. AUD CAD. Broken to bearish, broken back to bullish. And this is just internal structure, so now we are bullish on the hourly. And then yeah, still bullish across the board here. So any accumulation is a good accumulation for now. We will see what happens here. Curious to see if we sweep this. ADCHF. Not giving us a whole lot here. Still kind of in like a no man's land. We'll check to see if this still applies. So we were downtrending at the time. Trending down. SFP'd the market structure high. Bam, structure is broken to bullish. Give me a second, guys. All right, we'll get back to it. Where was I? I've completely lost my train of thought. We're bullish on the 4 hourly, on the hourly, sorry, because we broke structure up there, and we were looking at, no. Yes. On the hourly we're bullish. Trending down, internal structure here, SFP'd. Bang, structure's broken. Boom. Yeah, we're technically speaking bullish now on the hourly. So the plan was to look at the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hourly is bullish because I can tell already from here. This is the market structure low on the 4 hourly, which we're not even close to it, and this is our swing high up here. Swing high up here, market structure low up here, and then all this is just ranging price action. No high or low has been deviated yet. All right, Euro GBP. For our market structure is, we gotta wait for this close, very important close here. So we will be patient to see what happens there. What the fuck's this? Oh, this is a terrible indicator. Seriously. With respect to whoever made this indicator. Shout out to this indicator which I made. Oh, this is pretty messy as well. There was a way to remove these lines, which I think I did on a separate indicator. Anyway. Yeah, this 4-hour candle is very important. We'll get a candle closure at 4 o'clock there. At 9 o'clock. $11, 3, 7, 11, 3. Okay, so we have broken structure. My apologies. We've actually, yeah, we broke structure. Very, very weak structure break. So this next candle will be important. So we will see if we continue to get a push up or not. I feel like we would have surely left some demand in the process, and that can definitely be seen here. Sweet. And then we do have some internal demand as well, but it looks as if this has been mitigated. Anything overlapping? Anything overlapping? We do have this, which I will allow. All right, that's it for Forex. Let's get into some, yeah, like not, as you can see, not much is happening at the moment. Maybe we might get some moves towards the end of the week, but nothing that should be forced for the time being. This could be good. We have left quite a bit of demand, so this market structure high, which has been broken now on the 4-hour, does look good. So technically speaking, I will move this to bullish. Like, it is a valid break. It's just a weak break, but it's a valid break. A break is a break at the end of the day. And our daily high is there. And yeah, and then the rest we have looked at. So let's quickly touch on crypto. Bitcoin, not a whole lot at the moment. We've got some nice liquidity below us. Like really nice liquidity below us. That can probably be a yep. Other than that, not much. You just need to give price some more time. We've got supply there. Okay, ETH. ETH is still in this, technically speaking, confirmed schematic. It's just quite extended and it's deviated this tap. Has it? You may have also spoken about this as well. No, it didn't. Sorry, that's actually not right. It's not at the exact top. No, so this front ran it, so that is a valid third tap. If you entered here, you did the right thing and you are in profit now. So this is a, technically speaking, confirmed distribution model. And then you do have this lower time frame demand, which we've spoken about. USDT. Ideally, I've marked some liquidity here, which I probably should have marked with the other tool. We have some nice liquidity here, which can be seen a lot better on the lower time frame. Let's get to it. Yeah, so when you look at this looks really, really nice. I can draw a return to zone here quite nicely. Ideally, I would like this to get swept before we reverse. So I have since then readjusted my range. And yeah, point being is I would want a Model 1 that sweeps this liquidity because we front run it for the time being. So ideally an SFP here, and then we come back down, sweep this, break, and then we can long. That is the plan here. So yeah, still kind of in an awkward spot at the moment where you're kind of just waiting to see what happens. With this move up, at least until we SFP this market structure high, I'm hoping that this this move almost hits TP. We're now at yeah, because I missed my initial entry, so I entered a bit late. If you saw my previous two streams, we're currently 1.7 RA in profit at the moment. I'm hoping in the next, probably by tomorrow ideally, I'd like to be at TP and would have liked to hit TP. So that is the plan for Fart Coin. This, I've already talked about this. Plan is either a local model here, which I don't think we're getting. I don't think we're getting a local model here. Yeah, not much there. Doge just mitigated this, and I missed entry on this. When did this happen is the question. It like just tapped this. Fair enough. And it also formed the local model up. Okay, I would not have been, yeah. I would not have been up for this whatsoever. Oh, actually, given it swept it here, what was the break of structure? Oh, okay. I stand corrected. Break of structure would have been at 10 past 6 in the morning. I would have not been up then. On this ever so slight sweep. Fair play. Actually, once again, I stand correct because that's not valid market structure. You can't enter there. You could have only entered there if it deviated this high, which it didn't, so maybe there was an entry in there. Okay, you would have had an entry on the 2 minute. Which was pretty sketchy in the first place. Here you go. I would have been awake for this, but I was at work, so obviously didn't catch this. So yeah, you could have technically entered here. fair enough. I'm curious to see if this actually makes its hits its TP. I will chart this up just for my own journaling. Spoken about far, torn. Potential accumulation model there, which is semi-counter context, of course. And then we have a little pump accumulation. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to call this short. I have to quickly run for a minute. I will call this short. I'm gonna do the rest. I might record a separate video later just on the rest of the alts, but we'll have a quick squeeze through. Yeah, I'll do the rest of alts later. All right, I'll catch you all. Peace.